What's good, everybody? It's your boy Chris Crowley with Desire for Iron Fitness. First things first, I have to congratulate my coach Rob Goodwin, who won first place in the over 50 bodybuilding division and took second place in the open light heavyweight division at the Mid-Atlantic NPC Classic, or the NPC Mid-Atlantic Classic in Charlotte, North Carolina yesterday. That is awesome. Look, winning an open division as a seasoned veteran, if you will, that's a big deal, okay? So I'm really happy for him. I'm very proud of him, and I'm looking forward to bringing the same kind of package when I'm up on stage, and he's gonna do his nationals, and I know he's gonna crush it as well. So let's talk about everything that's happening right now. All right, so this was week one of dialing things in and getting myself back on track. Now, before, I mentioned earlier how I kind of let myself go. And, you know, some people are like, well, why would you do that anyway? The yo-yo dieting is bad. Oh, you're definitely not wrong. But I guess what I should elaborate on is having like a super shredded body year round is not feasible. It's not sustainable for most people. I know there are some people out there that their metabolism just runs like on freaking jet fuel and they stay shredded all the time. Most people aren't like that. However, pause for effect, I should not have put on as much bulk, if you will, as I've done during this, I don't want to say off season, but not necessarily bodybuilding season. I've always been training for bodybuilding as far as being in the weight room, but I wasn't so worried about body composition as I should have been. But anyway, we're past that. Even what I look like right now is better than what I've looked like in the past, and definitely better than most people in my age group right now anyway. But boom, let's get past that. All right, so week one, dial it in. It's been pretty nice, all right? I think I can definitely do this. I know I can do this, but it's not gonna be as crazy as other times, because now what's kind of weird and what freaked me out at first was the fact that we added carbs into the mix. I was freaking out. I was like, Rob, dude, you know, carbs is what got me into the bad position I was back in my 30s and 40s. I'm afraid it's going to get me back into the position where I don't want to be. And it's like, Chris, we're not going to have the kind of carbs that you get from a carrot cake, cheesecake, chocolate cake, or peanut butter cups or anything like that. We're going to have the kind of carbs that you can have, like rice, potatoes, sweet potatoes, cream of rice, rice cakes, oatmeal. Oh, okay. And yet, now here's the thing. What we're considering like a lot of carbs is not a lot of carbs. And I'll break that down. So I've got 4 moderate days where the carb count is moderate. Then I have 1 high day, and then I have 2 low days. And the 2 low days are difficult, but we'll break it down. It's not that hard. So on my moderate days, I'm looking at ingesting about 220 carbs, I think, more or less. I haven't even gotten close to that yet. It's mostly been like, say, about 160 carbs. Maybe 200 carbs. And then the heavy day, there's only 1 heavy day, and that's the super compensation day because of how hard the workout is, leg day. All right, we're looking at, I think, 230 to 240 grams of carbs. And then the light days, we're looking at 20 grams. So the light days, talk about that. We're looking at 1,500 calories. That sucks. The other 2 days, the other 5 days out of the week, we're roughly at about 2,100 calories. You know, that's not too hard. Those days have been nice. The 1,500 days, they've kind of sucked. So what I've done with the 1,500 calorie days is make sure I get to bed early, all right? Because it's like that way I'm not thinking about it. I'll eat my last meal. My last meal is usually, I make that these days. I'll make my last meal my heavier meal, so I'm feeling more satiated. Then I'll take some like Z-Quil to help me get a little bit tired. Watch some TV, usually a podcast that helps me get a little bit more tired. Boom, and then I'm in bed. And when I wake up the next day, that's the day when I can hit a little bit harder on the calories anyway. So it's boom, not a big deal. I definitely think that this go around is going to be easier well, I don't want to say easier, but I think it's going to be something I can handle without getting too crazy, like the first go around when we brought our best package to the stage. And now I want to finally end with that, bringing the best package to the stage and not replicating that in years preceding. So I brought my best package to the stage after finally getting bitten by the bodybuilding bug. And then every year after that, I really just kind of showed up, but I didn't really show out, if you will, if that makes sense. It was like I proved to myself I could do it, so why necessarily push myself that hard for subsequent shows? Well, you know, because you're representing that you're a freaking professional bodybuilder and you look like dog crap. That's why. Now, you know, real world physique, I look fantastic, but that's not the same as getting up on stage in a freaking thong practically and a spray tan and flexing your muscles. You know, yeah, I still look impressive for Chris Crowley, but I don't look impressive for the judges. So that's kind of where I'm at now. Yes, I know that just the fact that I work out at 51 years of age, I'm doing better than a lot of people in my, you know, my age group, but that's not the whole point. The point is I'm not just trying to do the whole healthful thing as much as I'm also trying to do physique competition. And that's what I have to think of right now. Live, breathe, eat, sleep, bodybuilding. And that's where we're at. So yeah, I guess that's all of it in a nutshell. The training is the same. The cardio, I think I want to change that up a little bit. Not go against Rob's wishes, but do it, I think, more correct. Like, so right now, I'm doing my 40 minutes of walking that has been prescribed. Well, in case you haven't noticed, I've stopped a lot because these dogs. So this isn't doing much. Of course, I'm still going to take the dogs out for walks because, hello, they're dogs and they like to go out for walks. But I'm just going to have to get to the gym that little bit much earlier, finish my workout, and then do the walking he's prescribed for me on the treadmill so it actually breaks the sweat and actually gets my heart rate up. Because right now my heart rate's at 96, but that's nothing, okay? Thankfully, my resting heart rate's a lot lower than that, but right now I'm not doing anything. I mean, I'm not sweating, nothing. The whole idea behind the cardio is to burn some calories. Well, let's see. Yeah, no, that's not happening. So yeah, if there's anything I'm going to necessarily change, it's that. I have added some kettlebell training into the mix just to have some fun, but I'm keeping that maybe 2 days a week. I don't want to do that all the time because I seriously don't want to negate, or not necessarily negate, but take away the energy stores that I need for the hypertrophy training that comes along with the weights. So I guess that's pretty much it. I will keep you guys posted as each week progresses, and have a great day.